all glory and honor goes to my Lord and Savior. Without him, this team and these coaches and these guys, they're not able to do what we do. And so, just really grateful. We got as a school and just as a program and an athletic program, and we got some big meetings this week ahead of us, and so just really prayers for us as we go in there, and we just try to, put this school on the map and make it the #1 university in the Pacific, and so there's big meetings this week, and so I'll take any questions.
What was it like to rebound from last week's starting loss to come back and now produce the first regular winning season in a long time?
Yeah, I'm really proud of the guys. I'm proud of the coaches. We've been together now. Some of those guys, those coaches and players have been in it 4 years, some 3, some 2, and especially the guys that have been here 4 years. Like, as they work and they continue to build, it's all them. They're the ones that are going out there and putting their bodies on the line and doing it for each other and doing it for the school and more importantly doing it for the state. And so just really proud of them, how they're just resilient.
Coach, talk about the offense tonight and how you guys are able to get out of the gates quickly and keep that lead throughout the night. Talk about kind of similar to Steven's question, right? Rebounding from kind of a sluggish start of last week.
Yeah, I think the guys understood the game plan and what we wanted to do, and we just offensive, defensively, and special teams. I think all 3 phases played well and early out the gate, and so it gives an opportunity to get the lead early and really just kind of just build momentum as the game went on.
Coach, when's the last time the conference was this balanced where you see all kinds of teams beating all kinds of other teams on any given Saturday night?
Yeah, been in the conference, for a while now, and it's a great conference, and I think that's the thing that makes it great is that any week, any given opponent, you have to bring your A game. It's really one of those deals where we get to meet twice a year with the head coaches, one at media day and one in spring where you're looking at the coaches and you're just kind of figuring out the teams that they have, and it's a competitive conference. It's a really competitive conference, and that's a great San Diego State team. When we watch them on field, they are dominant, and we had our work cut out for us, and in this day and tonight we got the better of them, but that doesn't take any away from what Sean Lewis and that coaching staff and what those players are building over there and what they're doing.
Coach, talk about your defense tonight. Last week, San Jose State put up a whole bunch of points, bunch of yards. Did they take this one personally this week to put their stamp on it?
Yeah, I think they just had great weeks of practice, and they knew that we left some things out on the field last week, and turning the page and coming into this week, it's the same, right? We get a bye this week, but if another opponent was coming up, we got to quickly turn the page, and as we put our head to bed and wake up, I mean, it's on to the next, and like talking to Dave about, it's so competitive that you have to be able to turn the page quickly and rebounding and get back to working, and that's exactly what we all did. It wasn't just defense, it was offense, and we felt like we just have to continue to get better, and that's what you're seeing these young men do and this coaching staff.
Hey, Coach Chang, congratulations. San Diego State sacked Micah to start your first 2 drives, and he threw that early pick, and then neither of those things happened again for the rest of the night. Is it something he did, your offense did, Coach Arsenault might have seen, or how did you guys adjust from that point?
Yeah, I think Micah just settled in, and we made him a captain for the first time, and for us to win this game, he's got to play big. He's got to play big, and he understood that. made an error. With those sacks, we'll go look at it and see what happened. But the kid is he's nails, man. He's nails, and for what he's doing as a freshman, pretty special.
Coach, how do you think your team was able to handle the heavy rain pretty much all throughout the 60 minutes today?
Yeah, those the rain's blessings. Yeah, especially in our culture, and giving back to the land, and we haven't had rain like this in a while, and so those are good things. And you just got to handle them. Football's one of those sports that the only thing it stops for is lightning, and so you got to handle anything that's thrown your way. And I was proud of our guys and just handling their business.
Coach, could you talk a little bit about what makes your defensive line so special? Obviously, they got a lot done tonight. They lead the conference in sacks. Just what makes that group so effective?
Yeah, it starts with DT and the coaches. With Coach Pooh and Coach Reinbold, and then they got good players. We're coaching. They're coaching really good players. The players are bought into each of those rooms and how they're coached and the systems and what they're put in, and those guys go out there and make the plays ultimately. And so, they're doing a great job, and it's got to continue for us to be stout.
Coach, you talk about your coaching staff being together and building something. Your special teams coordinator Thomas Sheffield's been with you for a while. He talks about playing par special teams, but it seems like today you guys kind of took more chances, especially with that kickoff return from Cam Barfield to start the second half.
Yeah, that'll be a birdie, or an eagle, in some cases. But special teams is it has to stay solid. The field position battle. And getting the ball back to the offense and making sure all the eligibles are covered and our fundamental and technique shows up. I mean, you can really see a team on how they're performing based on how they're executing on special teams. And so Coach Sheffield does a great job, and so does all the different groups that they put together.
It was not a long field goal, but with the conditions, okay? And there was a tight shot on Kansei's face, and I couldn't tell if it was he feeling pressure or just intensity. So my question is he projecting just more and more confidence, or is it a double kind of thing with pressure also, even though it's kind of a chip shot, but with this weather, who knows, right?
Yeah. Kansei is his mindset is pretty elite. I think if you you get on a streak like this, you have to be elite in your mindset and your approach, and he's very consistent with it. And so I think that's the difference in where he's at, and what he's doing right now. Pretty special. Again, I always say he can't do it alone, right? He's got to have the ops, snapper, a holder. And those two guys put in a lot of work for him, and then the guys up front, really trying to hold it down because they're trying to get there. It's not like he's just doing it all himself. They're trying to get home, but what Kansei's doing is pretty special.
If he's All-American, they're all All-American.
100%. It's the biggest team game. It's the greatest team game. And that's why Kansei is having success. But his mindset's unbelievable, and what he's doing is pretty special.
Hey, Coach, talk about Elijah Palmer's impact on the team, kind of having a really quietly good season, leads the team in PBUs, had the pick six tonight.
Yeah, man, that kid is special, man. I mean, talk about a leader, talk about a born natural leader, a man of faith. He's the guy that I know when I don't talk, and he's the one guy that will go out there and address the team almost every day. He goes out there and he works his tail off in the off season. He works his tail off every day. He has an approach to this game that will take him far, not just in football but in life. And we're blessed to really have them. And he made a hell of a play. He takes it personal. And the kid's a player.
Coach, talk about taking this win and this momentum into the rest of your season, given the goals that this team still has set right towards the end of the year.
Yeah, it's one at a time. Yeah, it's gonna, our next opponent is in 2 weeks, and a little less than 2 weeks on a Friday night, in Vegas, and they're good. They're really good. And so for us, it's one at a time. These guys got to enjoy themselves, man. They put in so much hard work. I'm very proud of them. But we got to flip the page, and not let any of these, the complacency settle in with our team and our mindset and how we go about our work. So we got to get back to work. But they'll take Sunday and Monday off, and we'll focus on academics and all the rest of the things that we need to done.
Just want to get your thoughts on Jackson Harris and what he's been able to do these last couple of weeks, and the game that he had tonight.
Pretty special. A kid that comes in and just wants to grow, wants to get better. To think, I don't know how many games he played and how many catches he had coming into this season, but the opportunity arises in an offense like this, and he takes full advantage of it and works hard. He's another guy. He's another guy like the ones you're asking about, and he goes out there and just works every day, and he's building a rapport with Micah. And but all these guys, the Perfeles, the Senecals, and they can all have big games at any point, and so. It's just these guys are just kind of playing together and supporting each other, and that's what we want to see.
Congratulations on the game tonight, and just what's been a really hot stretch for you. What's been clicking as of late between you and Micah that's allowed you to kind of take your game to another level?
I just credit his dedication to the game, and just like what he brings to the team is so important, just like for me and everybody else. Like, he just elevates the entire room, he elevates the entire team, and it just allows us to play at a high level. And I just think my trust in him and his trust in me is just, it shows on the field. And, we're trying to stay consistent, and we just practice really hard. We just really work hard on all the things we put on the field tonight.
You had 7 receptions, 130 yards, and 3 touchdowns. What did you see that just made you so effective tonight?
They thought they'd come in here and play man. So that first half, we just took advantage of it. That all my touchdowns were on go balls, and it was just 2-way release. And you just take advantage of that man coverage, that cover 4 1-on-1. Mike is gonna throw a dot every time, as y'all can see. So, you feel me?
So, Rich Miano has compared you with Jason Rivers, and I just want to know how much you know about Jason Rivers, if you ever met him. And
I have not met Jason Rivers, but I was actually in an Uber one time, and he was like, you remind me of Jason Rivers, because he knew me. I was like, you remind me of Jason Rivers. I'm like, thank you. So I looked him up.
An Uber driver told you that?
Yeah, it was an Uber driver. It was like a couple weeks ago. So no, that was cool. But I looked him up, but no, I haven't met him. But no, I know he's a legendary
That's a
receiver.
supreme compliment.
So I'm grateful for all the compliments.
You would think in a game like this, with the conditions the way they are, it wouldn't bode well for a passing team, but you and the receivers, you and the passing offense got it going. You did not let the elements stop you. Talk about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty cold right now. I'm sorry, but no, yeah, back in the spring, and we love when we get rain practices for moments like these, and you just can't let the rain affect you. It's just, I thought it was pretty magical. It was the first rain game in Manoa, but I had like a drop or two, but got to come down with the balls that matter, and I did. So it was a great time, and it was just so fun to be out there with the guys.
Congrats, Jackson. They have some injuries on their side of the field, right? But when you saw that, your eyes lit up, and then just kind of talk about, just going against this San Diego State offense or defense that was very highly rated coming in.
Yeah, we acknowledged that at the beginning of the week, that they were a high-rated defense, but we just have belief in all of our guys that nobody can cover us. We're just really well trained. Shout out Coach Asua, man. He just taught me so much. I'm just so grateful for him, just teaching me how to be a more complete receiver and just seeing it like show on the field, like just like it's like second nature, like stuff we drill every single day, and it's just no, that's great. And dang, so I look, you forgot the question a little bit. What was the question? What was the question again? My bad.
How did you get the name Jack Jack?
Oh, Jack Jack. That was actually, shout out Caleb Brown, SIBO. He, number 13, he transferred in the spring to Virginia Tech. But that was when I got here. I moved in Kaimuki with SIBO and Nick Senecal, and then so it was really SIBO who started. He called me Jack Jack when I first got here. So and now everybody called me Jack Jack. So yeah.
After seeing your playing time last year at Stanford decrease and then missing a little bit of camp, did you envision the type of year that you were having this year heading into the first game?
You know, I can't say I'm not surprised because we just prepare really well, and I just trust my training. So, you know, as long as I'm doing that, I feel like I can accomplish whatever I want. And yeah, so I mean, obviously it's a tough situation at my old school, but I just bet on myself, come get another opportunity to play, and yeah, paid off.
Peter, 7 tackles, 6 solo. San Diego State came in here highly, touted and having numbers and the statistics and whatnot. But what did you see from the defensive side, and how did you guys get it done?
I would say our biggest thing was just everybody doing their job. So if you guys watched the game, I know you guys watched the game, but the people at home, you seen that everybody just did their 111th. Didn't try to overcomplicate anything. Didn't try to do too much. Everybody just did their job, and that's what happens when we do our job.
What was the conversation kind of like this week after last week's performance and understanding that the standard for you guys is a lot higher? What was the conversation like in practice leading up to tonight? And did you guys want to make a statement after what happened last weekend?
Yeah, for sure. Coming into this game, we knew what we needed to fix from last week, and a lot of it started from just the little things, just being disciplined in the little things, and that'll allow us to win the game. So just winning the game from Monday through Friday and, coming out Saturday and it would just show. But I feel like this was a statement game for us as a defense, just, all that talk about San Diego State got the #1 defense or whatever people are saying. I hope they watch this game.
Peter, first real rain game of this year, and I know you guys practice in these conditions all the time. Talk about how you use the home field conditions to your advantage tonight.
Our thing is rain or shine, we're going to play, and I feel like it was just that Manoa magic, that Manoa mist that just came through, and, I mean, we'll play in any weather, but that Manoa mist feels different.
Congrats. You've been around for a while, so I think you're in a good position to kind of look at like how this conference this year is like incredibly like you got to be ready for every team that's on your schedule, right? Can you address that a little bit?
Yeah, I've been here, since Timmy's first year, and it's funny, we were just talking about it. We came a long way. This was not built overnight. This is something that we've built over the years, and our thing is we just got to stay disciplined and be ready for every game, not just games that we need or we want to win. It's every game we need to win. So it's just us coming out prepared and knowing that it's college football. Anything can happen on any given night.
Peter, over the years, you guys had some close losses to San Diego State. So was this one a little more satisfying because of that, or how would you look at it?
I would say, yeah, for sure. In the last, I think I've played them twice or 3 times, and we haven't succeeded, and just coming out here tonight, it was just a different feeling. This week we just focused on ourselves. We didn't look at their record or what the media was saying about them, but our biggest thing was just focusing on ourselves and doing our 111, and that's the outcome that we get.
Winning season, man. How's that feel?
Man, it feels good. I was just telling the guys, like, EP them, You know, some of the newer guys too that just came in this year. This is a feeling that, you know, some of them just came in and got to experience. But you know, it's been built over years. So, you know, from Timmy's first year to his second to last year, you know, you guys seen it. It was just a building. It was just a building. We were just rebuilding everything, and you know, I strongly believe that Coach Timmy and staff is not done. Even after this year, they're not done. So just be ready for that.
What can you say about the defensive front? Because it seems like not only did secondary get a bounce back game, but the defensive front as well, because they were kind of neutralized last week. So just kind of talk about that unit and contributing and bouncing back.
Yeah. So I like to call our front seven the best in the Mountain West. You know, on any given night they'll come out and ball out. You know, sometimes things happen and you know, plays are made, but these guys are relentless. They do their job. They listen to their coach and Coach DT, and they just do their job. They sacrifice a lot. You see it. They eat double teams. They free up me, Jemai, Jalen, and you know. So it's just them being unselfish and just doing their job and sacrificing whatever it is for the team.
Hey, Peter, can you describe your wave of emotions right before halftime and right after halftime? Because they looked at the targeting, they give you the all clear, they missed that field goal going into the half, and then coming out of the half, you guys get that touchdown run back.
Yeah.
So what was those experiences like for you?
You guys know me. I'm a high emotion guy on the field, you know, and sometimes it gets the best of me. But honestly, I don't think I was feeling too good going into half. I felt like I could have done better. I could have helped the team out better. So coming out of halftime and just seeing that touchdown on kick return, just gave me more confidence that, you know, I don't need to do too much. My team got my back just as I got theirs.